Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a tour review today on my joiner. It is the WEN JT6561 6-inch joiner. I love this little joiner, me personally. Now I know everybody has options. This is more your beginner small project type joiner, as it is only 6 inches. But it handles boards very well. I'll joint the side of a board in the joiner, then I'll have to take over my table saw and cut down to 6 inches. So it limits how I do projects. So if that's an issue with you, then go with a bigger joiner. That's the downside. I mean, it's a 6-inch joiner. If you buy a 6-inch joiner, you know what you're getting into beforehand. Some things about this joiner: it has a dust port right here on the end. It comes with a bag that's actually a pretty good sized bag. I used it for maybe 6 months, 4 months, 6 months before I actually went and bought my dust collector, and it done very well. With the joiner and the dust collector hooked up, you still get, I don't know if you can see it in the shot here, you still get dust over here out behind it. That's because your blade is spinning. It's going to still throw some dust, not a whole lot, but some dust back on you. It's cast iron, has cast iron base, which is great. I love cast iron. It just stays true. You got dirty, but you get this little, it's not a push stick, it's like a push block here. Comes along with it. I only use this when the board's flat. Of course, your hand's further away from the blades when it's up on the side, so that's kind of obvious. You have a gauge here on the end feed side. I've got it set at 1/16, but it goes from 0, as in plumb level. I've got 16, so the end feed's down a little bit, so it actually will cut. And the max you can do is 1/8 inch. You don't want to go no more than 1/8 inch on a joiner anyways. I like 16th inch, that way it's taking its cut, but it's not such a harsh, aggressive cut. Run it through twice. It's not gonna hurt anything. So that's my look on it. Now everybody's got their own. It does have a guard, and me personally, and just about every other person I've ever heard use a joiner says never use a joiner without a guard. If you like your fingers, you like your hands, and safety all around, use the guard. Guard spring loaded. Hear that? So it is kind of a pain sometimes when you're feeding in, the guard not wanting to move. It depends on how your board is. See, it's got a good radius on it right here. So if your board's past that just a little bit, chances are it's not going to want to move the way you want it to. So sometimes you just hold it open a little bit, and it just helps. Just have that angle on it. It helps push it through as you're starting. Your back fence back here, you can put that fence on an angle. I don't. I leave it on 90. I understand a reasoning for that, but at the same time, I'm not going to use it for that. At least yet. I haven't used it yet for that. Let me be very clear. It has 2 blades on it, which are you got 4 screws. So if you do have to change, or when you do have to change the blade, it's not continuous, loosen screws and have to tighten it back. You've only got 4 to deal with, which is always a good thing too. It is loud. Wire, you'll see this in my videos, wire hearing protection. I got these at Walmart for like $10 back in sporting goods. They work very well. Don't try to listen. Nobody tried to talk to you or anything with them on, but they do very well. The only downside is it's loud, and of course the size. I have to cut down 6 inches, and the length. It all depends on where it is in your shop and how it is in your shop. Like I've had to angle it to get it past my lathe to get a board in. There is no in feed or out feed for it, like extenders, unless you build tables yourself. I haven't to build tables, but I just use manpower. I hold up, push down. As I get so far, I switch hands. Just help keep it level. And I've done very, very successful with that. I've had trouble with it. You will have trouble, but I've been very successful doing it that way. If I was, me personally, if I was to buy another planer, I'm gonna buy a bigger planer. But as starting out, a hobbyist, which is basically what I am, for the money, this was when I bought it. I bought it at Home Depot. It was under $300. You can't beat that. I don't care. I've not had a single problem with it, mechanical issue or anything with it since I bought it. So, and that was 2 years ago, I think. Yes, it was 2 years ago. Very, very good joiner. So, if you are considering a joiner, thank WEN. I love them WEN. I can't even talk right now. I love WEN products, and I'm hoping that you guys at least give it a chance if you haven't already. Y'all have a good one. I'm getting out of here.